something really different. So just hit me because I saw his face.
I'm Amanda Tomasoa and I come from New Zealand. I was born in Malaysia though, and my art started in Indonesia, so I've gone kind of global. And now I'm in London. But then for the past 14 years we've been staying in Auckland, which is beautiful and so peaceful. So imagine from Auckland, and then we went to LA, and then we came to London. We saw heaps of people, and in the underground, and even at night, my husband and I were saying, it never stops. People are shopping everywhere, and the people with the briefcases, we thought they would have been home by 7, but no, they're still here at 9 o'clock. Now, in the last few weeks, we've discovered beautiful places like the Roman Bath, Oxford, and Trafalgar Square that's so near us. And suddenly I'm bursting with new energy, and I'm happy to have created 2 pieces of artwork here. I've called it 82 Finchley. And the reason for this is, well, I'm a romantic at heart, and I love all those gooey romantic songs. I used to love reading. I used to be a very shy person, utterly shy. And so my life was books. And so I didn't become a writer, I became a painter, but I still love words. So I like to incorporate words with my art. And here is sort of like a love letter by a person writing to the loved ones. And that I belongs to my imaginary woman who's longing for her love. I love it when people tell me they love stories. And I love reading about love stories, and I've written about love stories. So that one there is for people who have by no choice, or either because they're too poor, or because of job, or because of status, or because like maybe some parents don't allow them to be together. I know how it is to ache for the one that you love. And yet it says here, it does not matter where we are, where you are, I know that you are with me everywhere. For a person to have loved and to have been loved is one of the best things in life. So in 1987 to 1989, I lived on a ship called the MV Jaws. And during my life on the ship, I traveled to a lot of places. I went to about 11, 12 countries. Started in Singapore, we sailed to India. And in India, I met some wonderful people. Some of these people were living in poverty, and yet they were very hospitable. They really touched my heart in what they try to offer me out of the very little that they have. And I've never ever forgotten them. So, okay, what if I'm very poor and I can't afford brushes? Will that stop me from creating art? And I realized that no, it wouldn't, And then I thought, okay, let's do a challenge. So sometimes in my pieces of art, I don't use the brush at all. I use maybe a credit card that I have, or a spatula, or a toothpick, or my fingers. When I did my debut, I bought some stuff to make a paste. I've always wanted 3D. Some of my artwork in New Zealand are 3D, but this is even more. I made the protruding face and the brick and tile, because I'm a very tactile person. I love touching things, and fabric and feeling all means a lot to me. So here I used the spatula, or whatever it was that I got, and I used most of it with my fingers, and I splattered water, and then lifted some off with the newspaper, and things that happened by accident, and I loved the result of, so I implement all those in my artwork as well. I got involved with debut through my friend Chris, who used to be an art critic in New Zealand. And with debut, it's good to see other fellow artists who have the same ambitions that I have, people who have the same hopes. We all come to join debut with such great hopes. Some of us are a bit frightened. We're like, what is it going to be like? But I think some of them who live in London, they're very blessed in the sense that after the workshops, they get to go to a pub and have some fellowship, and to encourage each other, collaborate. It's good to know that you're not alone in your struggle, in your own hopes, and that it's time to actually open our mind to help each other, because we can't always help someone wanting something in return, but we can just help from the heart and say, I want you to be successful.